Hello, church family. On behalf of the elders, steering ministry team, and the FCC staff, I have some good news to announce regarding the regathering of the FCC family for public worship services at our facility. FCC will once again gather together for Sunday worship at our facility on June 14th. There are a few important matters we want to communicate with you regarding our regathering. Number one, there is no perfect plan for a church's regathering. We've researched this issue quite a bit over the past month and have discussed various guidelines and safety precautions that are recommended for churches when they regather in their building. If you aren't ready or comfortable attending public services right away, we fully respect your decision and will continue our online worship services for you to view at home. As I'm sure you understand, the protocols that will be in place are going to be much different than when we last met here together on Sunday, March 15th. During this very unusual time, the key principle is going to be, blessed are the flexible, for they will not get bent out of shape. Because the new normal is going to look quite different than the old normal. This regathering is going to be a process, not an event. We will regather in stages. Not everything we did on Sundays pre-pandemic will happen right away. And it is critically important that every FCC member, attendee, be cooperative, flexible, and supportive of the protocols we put in place for our regathering. We want to reopen as safely as we can. Of course, if you're not feeling well, please stay home and watch the service on our YouTube channel. Number two, we will return to having two services on Sunday mornings. The first service will begin at 8:45 a.m. and the second service will begin at 11 a.m. For at least the first month back, we ask that you don't arrive more than 15 minutes before the worship service start time. We know you want to be together and visit, yet we must practice proper social distancing and minimize time spent in close proximity to others. To make FCC a safe environment, each of us needs to be concerned about unknowingly transmitting the virus to someone else. We have all heard stories of multiple numbers of people from the same church testing positive for the virus. In every case, it is because proper social distancing protocols were not followed. Regarding the wearing of face masks, for your safety and the safety of those around you, we will require attendees to wear face masks at least for the first 4 weeks back. I spoke with both the staff and the steering team about whether or not we should make wearing a face mask a requirement. One person said, if they're all about Jesus, they won't have a problem wearing a mask if asked to. But if they're all about themselves, they will do what they want, no matter what we ask them. We want to be all about Jesus at FCC. And that means, as Paul wrote in Philippians 2, don't be selfish. Don't try to impress others. Be humble, thinking of others as better than yourselves. Don't look out only for your own interests, but take an interest in others too. According to Dr. Marcia Katz, the Associate Dean for Clinical Affairs at UCF, masks are essential. If you want to be safe and create a safe environment for other people, you have to wear a mask. The Centers for Disease Control recommends mask coverings because a significant number of people don't show symptoms while still passing the virus to others. Research also shows that pulmonary droplets are spread at a greater rate when we sing. Singing is such a big part of our worship of God, but we want to do so safely. So we encourage you to also wear a mask during the singing time. Our singing is for our benefit and God's glory, so it'll be okay if collectively our voices sound muffled. That will be a small price to pay to be able to meet safely. During our communion and preaching time, Masks can be removed if desired. As you enter and exit the building, please be conscious of your fellow congregants, and we will have disposable face masks available to distribute on Sunday mornings. We respect the right of those who choose not to wear masks, but ask that out of an abundance of respect for others, if you won't honor this request, please continue to worship from home and view the service on our YouTube channel. The worship team on stage will practice social distancing and will use fewer people than they have previously for the first month or two. I will stand a few steps back from where I normally stand to preach. The first 2 rows of pews in the center seating sections will be closed off to attendees, as well as the pews against the back wall of the sanctuary. For at least the first month or two, we plan to utilize alternating rows of pews for seating. During the 8:45 service, attendees will sit in those rows designated for that service. Likewise, attendees at the 11 a.m. service will sit in those rows designated for that service. It would be wise to maintain some distance between your family unit and the next family unit sitting in the next row. Communion elements will be available for you to pick up on your way into the worship center. Offering boxes will also be available for you to give your offering. We will not pass trays or plates for the foreseeable future. In between services, a thorough cleaning of the facility areas used will take place. Number 3, nursery, preschool, and children's classes will not meet for at least the first month back. Each family with young children will have to choose for themselves what they will do as a family. Your children are welcome to sit with you, or one parent can attend one service and the other parent the other service while the children remain home. Or you may choose to remain home and watch the service online together as a family. When classes for children begin meeting again, we will limit each class to 8 children and 2 adults. At that time, we will request that you pre-register your child for their class to help us maintain the 8-child protocol. We will monitor the decisions made by local schools to assess when it will be safe to meet in larger groups once again. And number 4, Sunday school classes will not meet for at least the first month back. When Sunday school classes begin again, they will run from 10 a.m. to 10:45 a.m. Larger classes will meet in the fellowship hall and worship center to maintain social distance. We thank you for the support and encouragement you have been during these past 2.5 months. Please be patient during the early months of our regathering. Remember, this is only temporary, even if we don't know how long temporary will last. Eventually, the new normal won't feel so different than the old way, but the journey there will require patience, flexibility, and cooperation. God bless you, and I look forward to seeing you on June 14th.